Welcome back to Wisdom Wednesdays, and welcome to a new day, a new year, a new decade. There's so much to be done in the days ahead, and I know that you've probably created all kinds of intentions for yourself about how you want to grow in this year. I hope that one of them is to come into a better understanding of who you are as a being. What are you made of? What is it that you are growing when you take on a spiritual path? Well, I believe, and I know many others believe as well, that we are beings of light, and light in a way that almost is beyond our imagination. I want to tell you a story that I heard recently from a good friend of mine. There's a gentleman who had spent many years receiving downloads and information about how to create this particular machine that people can go in and have basically a bump up in their vibration, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. This machine is called the Light Field machine, and I think there's only one of them, and I was recently able to go and have an experience within this. The machine consists of geometry, crystals, sound, light, and probably other things that I just don't even know yet. As strange timing would have it, the day that I went was the day after the creator of this machine died unexpectedly. And the people who were working there were, of course, quite upset, but remained very calm, very loving while I had my session. Recently, I heard from my friend who knew this gentleman very well this remarkable story. A few weeks after this gentleman died, his grandson and the grandson's father, so the creator's son, were in the grandson's room getting ready for bed. And both of them saw a ball of light enter through the window, cross the room, and move to a chair, an empty chair in the room. At that point, the father didn't see anything else, but the grandson was still able to perceive that the light moved upwards and filled in the rainbow body of his grandfather, the creator of the light field. And this happening was such a joyous event for everybody because it confirmed what we've been told by many masters for eons, that we are light beings. And when we're rainbow colored, that's pretty darn special. That, I think, indicates a life of service. And so this is great news for all of us. You know, we're on these spiritual paths, and what are we doing anyway? Why are we doing it? Well, I think we're here to increase that light, to broadcast that light. It is, of course, a personal journey, and of course, we are always growing internally and externally. But why? We're not just growing for our own sakes. We're growing so that we can broadcast this incredible light. So I want to read to you a beautiful download that came to me. Really, I think it was the first one that came to me after the infinity wave came in. And it has stood the test of time. So I'm going to read it to you now and see what you think. You cannot imagine the thrill it is to have you tune in with us, to know that we are seen and heard. This is my guide team talking. It brings us tremendous joy, and we thank you for your availability and efforts on our behalves. Each person counts. Each person who is drawn to this work will be making a huge contribution to the others. Even if you don't believe you have a meaningful role to play, nothing could be further from the truth. Each one of you will be assisting the birth of the other. Now, this work will require courage, and it will demonstrate the efficacy of non-dual change. The importance of each individual cannot be stressed enough. You are the lights. You will be called upon to use that light. The opportunity to receive direct information will be constant. Being a willing vessel is key. All your preparation has been important, and know that all of it will be for the higher good. Pay attention to your dreams and take time each day in silence to hear. Thank you. This broadcast was not just for me. This broadcast was for everyone who chooses to investigate this path. So I call upon you to be a beacon. Be a beacon today, this year, this decade. You will be called upon to use that light. And I'll leave you with this. Love, no fear. And please be sure to drop your wisdom into the comments below. Check out the website and the Facebook page. All best to you in 2020. Thank you, my friends.